We are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. We're talking about the keys to making the 80-hour work week work. First of all, why would you want to do the 80-hour work week? It's because it is the fastest way for you to get the millionaire mindset. The fastest way to get the millionaire mindset, because all millionaires who did not inherit it or win it with the lottery or whatever, who actually made it, because they made a decision and it was going to happen, they all had a massive work ethic. And the vast majority of people these days, men, do not have a massive work ethic. So I'm taking you from scratch to get your mindset the right way so that you can succeed with the fundamentals first. And then once you got the fundamentals down, then we can take care of everything else in terms of establishing your exponential growth and momentum. What are the keys to making the 80-hour work week work for you? Number one is that you need to be forced, okay, trick your brain into actually doing the 80-hour work week. The most difficult part of this journey is when you don't have a job, or you're trying to build a business, but there's nothing happening in that business. Those are the two hardest times to establish any form of 80-hour work week. So the unemployment aspect, I tried to help people to get fast into having a job ASAP, preferably this week, preferably today if it was possible. And this is why I say that you should apply for 20 to 100 low-income jobs immediately, right now, today, every single day, until you have 3 jobs. You're going to get so many interviews. You're going to get so many people who actually are trying to have you work for them because you're asking everyone. And I'm recommending that this is what you do. This is what you need to start with to get you out of the hardest part of the 80-hour work week. You don't want to be in the hardest part of the 80-hour work week too long. And the unemployment aspect of the 80-hour work week sucks. Could you imagine applying for jobs, not being paid for it, 12 hours a day? That's what I want you to do until you're not unemployed anymore. So that's a very important key to the 80-hour work week, because you won't do it if you're not tricked into doing the 80-hour work week. If you're unemployed, you continuously have to make difficult decisions. Am I going to go out and actually do what I need to do today? You're probably not going to do it. And that's why I'm saying get those jobs ASAP. If you are a business owner and you've struggled with the 80-hour work week for a very long time, I don't recommend building your business. I recommend going back to basics and actually getting 3 jobs and then build your business on the side. One, you get a cash cushion, which is very helpful, and it also helps you to not be desperate to get your business rolling and for people to buy your product or service. It is a fantastic way to trick yourself into absolute massive momentum with an amazing work ethic. But for those of you who actually manage to build a business and to do the 80-hour work week with your business, I mean, that would be the optimal situation, but most people aren't there, and that's why I recommend what I recommend. If you have questions about your personal situation, DM me at Instagram, at Men of High Value, so that we can tailor your experience to making it work for you. A very important key, because now once you have 3 jobs, guess what? You're tricked into the 80-hour work week. None of us want to get fired. None of us want to, be let go simply because we don't show up and we don't come on time. And so you basically, I have to go to work. I don't want to go back to the unemployment stage again. And searching for more jobs. So I have to go to work. Genius. You're now tricked into having a massive work ethic. And if you keep that up for 12 to 18 months while you build a business on the side, bro, you're going to become a ballistic missile with a millionaire mindset. Having said that, another key is the consistency of it all. I want you to not only start the 80-hour work week, try the jobs, a little bit, and then it's too much. I can't handle it anymore. I need to quit. I need to do something else. I need to go back to study because my mom is going to kick me out of the house if I don't, blah, 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 blah. I don't want you to do that. So we need something that's going to keep you going in showing up every single day. And you guess what that is? The most important aspect of it is proper sleep. Your brain needs proper sleep. Are you getting 8 hours of sleep every single day? And are you preferably getting it during the nighttime? There's a lot of people who are like, oh man, I can work this nighttime job. I even have a client who has that. And it's a problem because your brain stops functioning during the daytime. You're supposed to sleep during the daytime, then you have the other 8 hours that you're supposed to build a business, you're supposed to do productive work, but it's extremely difficult to keep that time productive because you were supposed to sleep during the night, but you didn't. You were awake trying to do your work. So it's a very tricky situation. Some people might be able to get by if they do that type of aspect, but they would have to have a coach. If you don't have a coach, never, ever, ever accept working during the nighttime. You need to work during the daytime, preferably between the hours of 8 to 8. 7 to 7 works as well, okay? Even 6 to 6 works because then you can go to bed at 9, wake up at 5, and you're still good to go. But sleeping, if you don't get the proper 8 hours of sleep, you can say sayonara to all of your long-term dreams because you're not going to have capacity to make the right decisions that need to be made in order for you to succeed long-term with it. And then I could say, nutrition, exercise. Exercise is the least important of all of these in order to make the 80-hour work week work. I'm serious, because very often if you have a job, you're doing some sort of physical labor during the day anyway that keeps you active. So you don't have to do any form of exercise. Sure, it helps, but bro, don't spend an hour on exercise if you're going to do the 80-hour work week. In my opinion, 15 minutes is way more than sufficient, especially if you have no cash whatsoever, because the nutrition is the most important part of exercise anyway. So what I would tell you to do, the second aspect that is important for you to be able to keep doing the 80-hour work week is the stuff that you eat. Just completely stop, if you can, stop eating junk food and stop eating as much sugar as you have been in the past. Okay? If you simply stop doing those things, it's going to massively help you to keep having the energy to do the stuff that you need to get done. So have proper food, set up schedules during the week where you cook for yourself for 3 days at a time and then freeze it if you can and then have it in boxes, buy boxes, okay? Just get yourself organized. This is how a CEO does his schedule. He's so organized, it's ridiculous. You can become that organized person, but you got to do one step at a time. The number one thing is to just get those jobs first. Forget about everything else. Forget about, forget sleep and nutrition and exercise. Just get those jobs. Once you have those jobs, then maintain those jobs by applying the sleep stuff that I just mentioned, the nutrition somewhat, and then the exercise, kind of, yes, a little bit. It doesn't really matter. If you do these keys, the 80-hour work week will actually work for you. I'm excited. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit me up on Instagram. I talk to 100 of my followers every single day. You could be one of those people, so why not? See you guys in the next one.